The freedom to speak, the freedom to vibrate your vocal cords is so dangerous nowadays in the free societies of Europe. There's always speech codes and how not to offend people and be careful what you talk. It blows my mind. And then you see articles like this from Market Watch, which is a very progressive publication. This is kind of like a firmware update. It's like human beings are robots. They're computers, and every now and then they need to be patched and updated to the normal society. How is this not offensive, though? Like the very fact that someone who doesn't know you, that doesn't even care about you. Like if you are in a ditch dying, they wouldn't even give you a helping hand. They wouldn't even throw $1 at you. But they get to tell you how to speak, how to communicate with other people. It's like you're in a company and you have a colleague and you can consent with the way you talk to him and he consents with the way you talk to him. But the HR lady goes like, no, I don't consent. Like you're in this company, you talk like a human being. You don't behave like a regressive individual. So we now have articles that literally, like they literally tell people how to talk. How is this not, oh my God, whatever. You know, like I from Romania who have already benefited from the wisdom of socialism just find this very triggering. So please excuse me if I get triggered every now and then when I read an article like this. So, of course, a university gets to decide this, right? Like you have the scientists doing the scientific theory at the university deciding how you get to speak. They have freedom of speech. They have tenure. They can say whatever they want without any consequences. You are the peasant. You just do what they tell you. Don't think about it. So let's see which are the annual list of terms that people are sick of hearing, according to the university. So one of them is the new normal. Now, it's interesting because it's not that the new normal is problematic in itself for other reasons. It's like, well, the reason that it really upset me when I heard the concept of the new normal is that, all right, we're going to take away some of your rights for 2 weeks, but then we're going to give them back to you, right? Like, we're really sorry. We, the politicians, are so burdened and it's so difficult for us to take away your rights, to shut down your businesses, to do all these things to you. But we're doing it because we have to. We just want to keep you safe, right? So when you say the new normal, it implied that things were there to stay. And then it was so obvious that it is a PR campaign. That it is like a group of people that do publicity, like a marketing campaign that coined the phrase new normal. And you didn't really hear it like grassroots. It's not like you would go into a construction site and you heard the individuals working there using the word new normal. No, it was always on TV, always on media, always from someone who works in a corporation and they get to be indoctrinated by HR. That's where the new normal came from. It was top down. It wasn't a normal way that you have words coming up. You know, like Amogus. Like Amogus is something that comes from the bowels of the internet. It's like the common person that came up with the concept. New normal was imposed on people. And the problem that they have with the new normal is that, oh, well, it's been 2 years into the pandemic, so everything is normal now. Like that is their answer why new normal is problematic. It's because like by now people are used to having their businesses shut down. By now people are used to being told that they need to show papers to their waiter if they want to sit down at a restaurant. Like you're automatically believed that you're lying unless you show documents, unless you showed papers. That is how you live in a free society. You're guilty until proven innocent. And if you don't have papers, you're assumed that you're sick. You're assumed that Father Nurgle visited you, right? So it's not the new normal anymore. This is normal now. And then you also have like other words that apparently people aren't supposed to use because people hate them. So people hate the word you're on mute. This is due to the Zoom calling. This is so corporate, by the way, but okay, fine. I can get it. But what I love the most is the supply chain. Right? People hate the word supply chain. Why do people hate the word supply chain? Oh, is it because the governments of the world completely fucked up the economy and now prices are skyrocketing? So people shouldn't talk about supply chains. This is the most progressive way of fixing a problem. Just don't talk about it. Just don't bring it up. Yeah, sure, it's an issue, it affects people, but if you don't talk about it, it goes away. Asking for a friend. This is something else that I really love. You're not supposed to use it anymore. So why is like asking for a friend problematic? They actually use the word problematic, by the way. Why is the word problematic not under this 10 words that you shouldn't use? So asking for a friend is when someone asks something common sense that everyone already thinks about, but no one wants to ask it because of political correctness and, like HR lady is watching. So for example, you would ask, when is this new normal going away? Asking for a friend. When is the supply chain issue going to be fixed? Asking for a friend. They really hate this asking for a friend because in otherwise, like what asking for a friend is, it's like, hey, don't punish me, bro. Like, look, I'm being edgy by asking the proper questions, but don't punish me. So they don't like the snark, basically. Another word is wait, what? Yeah, wait, what is when you call someone on their bullshit. Like, they say something, the government decided that on New Year's, the bars are going to close at 11 p.m. during the night. And people go like, wait, what? I mean, if they can operate until 11 p.m. and New Year's is at 12, why can't you extend it 2 more hours? Like, is the virus patrolling during the dark? Is it coming during the dark of the night? So the wait what is like when you call someone out on the bullshit. When you're like, dude, wait, what are you saying? Like, have you actually thought about what you're saying? Did it actually go through your process, or you're just parroting it because it's the trendy thing to do? Then you have circle back. Well, I wonder why circle back is being used by edgelords nowadays. I wonder why circle back is being used by a lot of people. What could possibly have been the reason? And why does it piss off corporations that people are mocking the term circle back? I have an answer to it, but I'll circle it back to you. And then you have like things that really don't make sense. I guess just normalizing censorship. This is what it is. This is what, by the way, this is why you have like words that are offensive and people shouldn't use it. Because it normalizes censorship. Like if you consent with an authority figure telling you that you're not supposed to use a certain word, then you're willing to consent to other things. Like, think about it this way. Who is the person that told you you're not allowed to use words in the first place? It's your parents, right? Like, when you were a kid, your mommy and daddy told you, like, don't swear, don't curse. So if you consent to an authority figure telling you that you're not supposed to use words like circle back, then you're treating that authority figure like a parent. You're already looking up to them for wisdom and guidance. So you're lifting them up on a stadium. It's all psychological. And they know this. Like, it's why they're so concerned with manipulating language. Like, do you think that a country where everyone is mute and they can't communicate to each other is a country where there's no more racism and no more offense? And no, of course not. The reason they're doing it is completely cynical. It has absolutely nothing to do with protecting people's feelings or whatnot. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.